guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a video on Game of Thrones Season 7 spoilers. I have a few things to go through and I'm super excited for some of these and what they mean for Season 7. I'll be doing my usual thing where I show up evidence for the spoilers, talk a little bit about what's going on and speculate as much as I can. Now let's just jump right in. If you do like this video, give a thumbs up and subscribe, and as always, if you have any questions, comments, requests, comment below and I will get back to you. Okay, so I have a few things I want to talk about today, and the first one makes me so excited. We're going to a location we haven't seen before, and I'm so excited to see it. I hope they don't screw it up. So in Season 7, we will be going to Highgarden. Now, as we know, Highgarden is in the Reach, and it's one of the most prosperous and fertile areas of the Seven Kingdoms. So Highgarden has always been said to be one of the most beautiful castles in the Seven Kingdoms. You know, it's filled with flowers. It's a very rich and prosperous area, so the castle itself is meant to be absolutely something to marvel at. I mean, we saw in Season 6, we saw Horn Hill, which is obviously the Tarly household keep in the Reach, and that was quite something to marvel at. So hopefully Highgarden will be even better since they are the wardens of the Reach. I think it will be amazing to see. However, the situation in which we see it is not going to be the best. Now, I am Team Tyrell through and through. They killed Marjorie. It was a travesty. Apparently, we'll be seeing Highgarden because the Lannisters will be sacking Highgarden in Season 7. Now, at first, this made absolutely no sense to me because the Tyrells are meant to have the biggest army at their disposal, you know, the most resources. The Reach can typically field about 60,000 to 70,000 men. But then it made a little bit of sense when we kind of thought about what could be happening. The Tyrells do not have any heirs left. Olenna Tyrell is the only one left. In the books, Mace and Illyri Tyrell actually had 4 children. They had Willis Tyrell, Garland Tyrell, Marjorie Tyrell, and Loras Tyrell. However, in the show, they made Loras the heir to Highgarden, and Willis and Garland were cut. So in the show, the Tyrells are out of heirs. They have no one to take over the castle when Olenna dies. So at the moment, they're in a very vulnerable position, and this means that other houses are going to be snapping at their heels. If we remember, the House Tyrell was only made Wardens of the Reach during Aegon's conquest. Before then, they were kind of family members in the Reach. They were just there. They were one of the small kind of medium-sized houses, but they got to take over because they bowed to Aegon Targaryen. And a lot of people in the Reach are very bitter about this. Places like House Redwine, they believe they should be in charge of the Reach. They believe they have a better claim because they are more closely related to House Gardener. House Gardener were the people who ruled the Reach before the Tyrells. So the Tyrells have always faced opposition. And when they're in such a weak position, it makes sense they might have some houses betray them. Now this leads quite nicely, slot into another spoiler. So apparently Dickon Tarly is going to be coming back. That made me wonder, why on earth is he coming back? He has not much more relevance to the storyline, maybe Randall, but Dickon. So it's very possible that the reason Dickon Tarly is going to be coming back and the Tarly household will be coming back because they are people to betray the Tyrells. Now remember, we have to remember that, you know, the Tarlys are a very proud, noble house in the Reach, and I think if they had an opportunity to take over the Reach from the Tyrells, they would definitely kind of go for it. And Randall Tarly is a very experienced battle commander, so it's possible they make a deal with the Lannisters and the Lannisters decide to overthrow the Tyrells and hand the Reach wardenship to the Tarlys. That's the only thing that makes sense to me if the Tyrells are kind of backstabbed in some kind of way, because otherwise it doesn't really make much sense how the Lannisters could better the Tyrells. It is a very wise move for the Lannisters, a very good move. It means they will secure the Rose Road, and it also means that they will put someone in charge of the Reach they believe is loyal to them, meaning that they can have the Reach's soldiers and the Reach's resources. That's one of the most important things. Winter is here. It started filtering down, so there is actually snow in the Riverlands now, which means that it's getting colder south and south. So to put someone in charge of the Reach who kind of is loyal to the Lannisters makes sense, so they can have access to their crops and their barley and all of the kind of stuff they have stockpiled for winter. Because let's be real, the main thing that kills in winter is starvation and the cold, because obviously it's so hard to grow. So it makes perfect sense to me the Lannisters are going to overthrow the Tyrells and they're going to put someone loyal in place. And I'm really happy we get to see Highgarden. Kind of devastated the Tyrells are going to be kicked out, but I am really happy we're going to get to see such an amazing castle. Okay, so the next one I have to talk about is Theon. Now, Theon has been in quite a lot of spoilers. You know, we know he's going to battle with Euron Greyjoy, most likely at sea. We know that he has this confrontation with Jon Snow where Jon kind of punches him out, and rumour has it Jon only lets him live because of what he did for Sansa. So we know that Theon's going to have kind of a stormy season. Alfie Allen was recently interviewed and he revealed a few more things. He revealed there's going to be more dragons in Season 7 and more torture. So we're definitely going to see more of Dany's beasts. We're going to see more of her dragons, which is great. You know, the dragons, they're pretty awesome. and we're going to see more torture. I'm wondering where this could possibly be. Maybe some captives of Dany's, maybe captives on other sides, maybe some main characters are going to be feeling some torture. Maybe Alfie Allen, you know, Theon will be feeling some of that, even though he has been tortured before. Give the guy a fucking break already. But I think we're definitely going to see some interesting stuff next season, some really interesting kind of battles and that kind of stuff. And Alfie Allen has said that Theon's nervousness may transform into a rage. So maybe Theon will kind of be getting back to himself this season. I do think he is going to come out the other end. It makes no sense to have a character like that who's been through so much and has been through so much psychologically and has had so much going on for him to then just have him killed off randomly. It makes sense that he's going to go through this kind of never-ending arc to eventually be in charge, to eventually get back to who he was. Okay, then this last one is kind of like a tiny little thing. It's not really much to it, but I wanted to mention it. So Lena Headey was interviewed and someone said whether, you know, Cersei will have a long reign, and she quite laughingly admitted there's no way, this is kind of a spike in madness for her, there's no way she's going to be sat on the throne for long. So the question is, how long will she be sat on the throne? She's been seen filming a lot in Belfast with other major cast members, suggesting there's going to be possibly some discussion between her and some major cast members. Maybe there's going to be a fight between Dany and Cersei, and we'll see who comes out the other end. I don't think Cersei will be around for long on the throne. You know, there's always this prophecy that she's going to get killed by the Valonqar, either Jaime or Tyrion. My money's on Jaime. So I think that Cersei isn't going to be around for long. I don't think she'll be on the throne for very long. But rumour has had it, honestly, this has been floating around for a while, that Cersei, Lena Headey, is signed on till season 8. So it suggests she might live till then. I'm not really sure. I think she's going sooner, you know. She's kind of... I don't see how she can last much longer, you know. She has so few allies now. She's turned half the kingdoms against her. She has very little going for her. Dany is coming. She is gunning for her. So I think that Cersei is not going to be around for long to kind of preach Lena Headey's interview. She's not going to be around for long. She's not going to be on that chair for long. Okay guys, that's kind of everything I have today. I do hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry, I keep playing with my hair. I recently dyed it and it's just all over the place. I know. Anyway, I do hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give a thumbs up and subscribe. I'll be back probably about in a week's time. I'll be doing a different video, not spoilery, I'm going to be just something a little bit different, and I do hope you enjoyed this video, and keep an eye out for the next one, and I'll see you soon guys. Bye!